Hi guys, let's get more news about Warriors. But first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriorstrade Golden State Warriors fans were hit with one of the most shocking updates in recent franchise history. Just when everyone thought the roster was finally settled, just when it felt like the Warriors were ready to move forward with the squad they had, a surprise move came out of nowhere and completely flipped the conversation across the NBA. Social media instantly exploded. Insiders rushed to confirm the details and Warriors fans everywhere started asking the same question. What just happened? And what does this mean for the future of the team? This was not one of those predictable transactions that leaks for days before it happens. This one hit fast. It hit hard and it left even league executives stunned. For weeks, the Warriors front office had been saying all the right things about continuity, chemistry, and trusting the core. Steve Kerr kept talking about stability. Joe Liob kept emphasizing patience. Even Draymond Green said on his podcast that the team was building something special. That is exactly why this move feels so unexpected. The Warriors didn't just make a small tweak around the edges of the roster. They pulled the trigger on a bold decision that completely changes how this team is going to look, how it is going to play, and how the rest of the league will now view Golden State moving forward. This is one of those moments that forces fans to stop, rewind, and really think about what direction the franchise is heading. Sources close to the situation say this move had been quietly developing behind the scenes, even though nothing had leaked publicly. That is what makes it even more shocking. The Warriors front office, known for being one of the tightest ships in the NBA, managed to keep this under wraps until the very last second. When the news finally broke, even players around the league were caught off guard. Several NBA stars were reportedly texting each other asking if the report was real. That's how big this was. This wasn't just another roster shuffle. This was a statement. What makes this move so fascinating is how it connects to everything the Warriors have been dealing with over the past season. The team has been walking a tightrope between trying to win now with Stephen Curry and preparing for the future with younger players like Jonathan Kuminga and Brandon Podziemski. Every decision has been scrutinized. Every loss has sparked debates about whether this era of Warriors basketball is coming to an end. And now with this shocking move, it's clear that the front office is not content to just sit back and hope things work out. They are willing to take risks. They are willing to make uncomfortable choices. And they are willing to shake up the locker room if it means giving Stephen Curry a real shot at another championship. Fans are split right now, and that's putting it lightly. Some are excited, seeing this as the bold move the Warriors desperately needed. Others are worried, questioning whether the team just gave up something too valuable. When a franchise legend like Stephen Curry is involved in the timeline, emotions always run high. Everyone knows this window won't stay open forever. Curry is still playing at an elite level, but the clock is ticking. Every season matters. Every roster move matters. And this one feels like it could define the next few years of Warriors basketball. Inside the organization, the mood is reportedly intense but focused. Steve Kerr and his coaching staff have already begun working on how to integrate the new pieces and adjust their system. That alone tells you this was not some last-minute panic move. This was planned. It was debated. It was analyzed from every angle. And ultimately, their Warriors decided this was the path they had to take. When a franchise with this much experience and championship DNA makes a move like this, you know they believe it can change everything. What makes this even more dramatic is the timing. Their Warriors were just starting to find a rhythm. The young players were improving. The veterans were settling into their roles. The chemistry was finally starting to click. And then out of nowhere, boom, everything shifts. That's why fans are so stunned. It feels like the rug was pulled out from under what people thought this team was going to be. But sometimes that's exactly what great franchises do. They don't wait for things to fall apart. They make the hard decision before it's too late. Around the NBA, rival teams are already reacting. Executives are re-evaluating their own plans. Coaches are watching film, trying to figure out how this new version of the Warriors is going to attack them. And players are paying attention because when Golden State makes a bold move, it usually means they're serious about contending. This franchise doesn't make noise just to make noise. They make moves to win. And that's what makes this so intriguing. This isn't a rebuild move. This isn't a tanking move. This is a win-now move. Stephen Curry's reaction is something everyone is watching closely. While he hasn't spoken publicly yet, insiders say he was kept in the loop and understands what the front office is trying to do. That alone speaks volumes. Their Warriors know that Curry is the heartbeat of this team. If he's on board, it means they believe this move gives them a better chance to compete at the highest level. That should excite every Warriors fan, even if the short-term uncertainty feels uncomfortable. Draymond Green, always outspoken, is reportedly fired up about the new direction. He has never been afraid of change if it leads to winning. Klay Thompson, who has been through every era of this dynasty, knows what it takes to win at the highest level. This group has seen it all: the highs, the lows, the injuries, the championships. They know when a move has the potential to bring them back to the top. And from everything being said behind the scenes, there is real belief that this shocking decision could do exactly that. Their Warriors front office has always been willing to think differently. They were the ones who built around a shooting point guard when the rest of the league still prioritized size. They were the ones who trusted a small ball lineup that changed basketball forever. They were the ones who took risks that other teams were afraid to take. This latest move fits right into that identity. It might look crazy at first. It might feel risky, but so did a lot of the decisions that led to 4 championships. Of course, nothing is guaranteed. Basketball is unpredictable. Chemistry matters. Health matters. Timing matters. But what is clear is that the Warriors are not standing still. They are not content with being good. They want to be great again. They want to be feared again. And this shocking move is their way of telling the NBA that the Golden State Warriors are still very much in the fight. As more details continue to come out, the full picture of this decision will become clearer. Fans will analyze every angle. Pundits will debate whether it was the right call. Social media will argue non-stop. That's just how it goes when a franchise as big as the Warriors makes a move this bold. But no matter how you feel about it, one thing is undeniable. This changes everything. The Warriors are no longer playing it safe. They are pushing their chips to the middle of the table and they are betting on themselves. So buckle up, because this season just got a whole lot more interesting. The Golden State Warriors have made it clear that they are not done chasing championships. They are not done surprising the league. And they are definitely not done giving fans something to talk about. Whether this move turns into a masterpiece or a gamble that backfires, it will be remembered as one of the most unexpected and daring moments of this era of Warriors basketball. And that's exactly why everyone is watching.